Whatever you swallow when it wasn't real, I keep it solid like I am a fish. Licking my shot, it's all in the wrist. Don't do the talking, I do not snitch, but I'm in the game, you must be the glitch.
All right, everybody, what the hell is going on? Welcome to our late night podcast, the WrestleMania sleepover or whatever, or recap show, whatever the hell you want to call it. Man, we got myself, Dynamite, here. We got Matt, we got Snap, and we have a special guest in the building. We got James here, man. He's sitting up here beside the kicker with us, man, to give us his feedback also on the WrestleMania recap, man. Appreciate you for joining, James.
Absolutely, man. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Mac over there. You know, that's been my boy since first grade. So it's been a pleasure to join y'all. He's been kind of filling me in a little bit on what y'all been doing. Y'all been doing some great work. So I'm really, glad to be here tonight.
Man, appreciate you having it, man. Yeah. All right, man. Let's go. Y'all thoughts on that, man? What y'all think about? Go ahead and start with you, Snap. What you give your thoughts on the match, man?
All right, man. Y'all called it. Matt called it mainly, and I did not want to see this happen. This dude, this collar and elbow tie up, man. Oh my goodness, man. Why you sat there and watch this dude bloody not just your brother, not your blood, your twin. Like this is your twin.
Yeah.
And you want to let's do this collar and elbow tie up. Not once. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it twice. Come on, man. And to me, I was hoping for a better match, but man, that was I don't even think that was a Raw or SmackDown match, man. That was a main event match, man. You know, Saturday night main event match, man. The finisher was the Uso sleepy is what it was. Man.
That boy said the Uso sleepy.
That's what if he don't call it that, man, he's slipping. That's the name of that move, man. The Uso sleepy.
That was a lazy sleeper hole.
Wow. Wow. All right, James, go ahead and give your feedback on the match, bro.
Man, I agree with Snap on that one, man. That was a very slow, methodical. Should I call Walter the regular season James Harden of wrestling at this point? I mean, the man can carry a whole year of wrestling, and yet he don't know how to wrestle when it counts. I'm very disappointed. That's my boy. I like Walter. I think but when it comes to WrestleMania, he just can't carry it. So I think right now, he's like Larden right now. He just can't figure it out when he get to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he had a couple stinkers in a row at Mania, man. That ain't cool.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has.
So y'all think the pressure might have got to him, or the pressure got to him, or Walter is one of the ones that we talked about on the podcast that might need a breath of fresh air.
Man, I think
64-16 regular season.
I don't know. I think it's more his dance partner tonight too, man.
It's his partner, man.
He only so much he can do.
Yeah, I agree.
You fighting Jay.
You can super kick so much.
Oh wow, man!
I don't have too much
get a foot in the mouth
because
too
I
much,
caught
man.
the last 5 minutes of the match. I was in the back doing something, so I didn't even know it started. So I don't have too much on that one. But I didn't like that.
That was the whole match.
That was the whole match.
Damn, man!
It was
like for what I did see. Nah, I thought that ending could have been a lot better, a lot more convincing for him, especially win his first title. And that little tap out Walt was doing was like, hey man, come on man, hurry up, just get it over with, come on. And he just rolled out the ring and just left. He didn't even do the crowd celebration like I thought he would have done it too. That was more disappointing to me than anything, because I thought he was gonna go all in the crowd and eat with the crowd and all that stuff. He didn't do none of that.
Well, I agree with the match. I expected for it to be somewhat of a slow, methodical match because that's Walter wrestling style. That's more of his wrestling style. But I was expecting a little bit more. But it could be what y'all said. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give no excuse for Walter on that front or Jay because y'all crossed paths 4 times.
Yeah.
Y'all crossed paths 3 times, man.
That's true.
So if y'all don't got it together by now, then I mean I don't know what else to say. And everybody listening, this ain't no dig on Jay, man. But the expectation for this match was higher, especially for Mania, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just somewhat overwhelming. That ending that I very much dislike, like Matt said, tapping out. Like I would have rather for Walt to pass out than tap. That
Yeah.
way, that finish would have protected Walter better, in my opinion. It would
Yeah.
have protected him
I
because
agree.
okay, he didn't tap out, he passed out. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That would have protected him better. So that's my thoughts on the match. Happy congratulations to Jay, World Heavyweight Champion. We'll see where this booking is going. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's been excited to see how this World Championship run is going to go. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it goes well, man.
I got one real quick thing. The
Go for it.
commentators didn't even connect on the point that Jay won with the sleeper, which was Walk Move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
They
Agreed.
did a bad
200%.
job of putting that over for Jay. So,
I agree with
And
you
if
on
I
that,
can
bro.
comment,
Go
yeah, go
ahead.
ahead.
if I can comment also, Walter said throughout the rivalry, he said, I was going to make you miserable until I get the WrestleMania. And the sad part about it is he made him miserable exactly until he got the WrestleMania. And at
Yeah.
WrestleMania, I was like, okay, where's that miserable at? Where's that battle that I was looking for? I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it seemed like he made you miserable with a whole bunch of super kicks.
He was tired of it. He just said, let's go. Let's get it over
Yeah,
with. Get out of here.
Yeah, but
yeah,
on that note, man, it's just man, that finish just really left a bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
really
agree.
did. Like, come on, man. You're gonna I don't think Walter even tapped out in any of his matches before Heavy.
Not that I know of.
He
No.
always
No,
had to go to
not that I
jail.
know of. Even when he fought little short guy, what my dog name is, Dragonov, he
Chad,
didn't tap to him
oh
He
either.
done.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
So Dragunov, yeah.
Yeah,
So like
yeah, dragging off. Yeah,
anyway. But besides that, congratulations to Jay.
Yeah.
Good match. Looking forward to the
yep.
run. You know what I'm saying? Trips, I just hope you got something better in store for us, man, with this run. Because right now, you definitely could have booked this, in my opinion. You could have had this finish a whole lot cleaner than what you
Mm-hmm.
had it.
But
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the Jade and Naomi match, man. Which to me, in my personal opinion, match of the night. Jade and Naomi match to me, match of the night. And that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yep.
fact that the crowd was sitting on their fucking hands, you Las Vegas fuckers. All you
Yep.
motherfuckers that was sitting on your hands through all the women's matches tonight, all of you sitting on your hands doing these women matches. The women outshined the men tonight.
yeah,
Hands down, night one. All the
Mm-hmm.
women outshined the women. All the women outshined the men tonight. So that's my personal thought. This match started off how it's supposed to start off. No tie up, straight fight.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It was a straight fight. You know what I'm saying? Happy that it wasn't a squash match. Happy that they gave Naomi the time to shine. You know, they gave both sides the shine and they look characters. You know, Jade being her powerhouse, Naomi and her little heel run. You know what I'm saying? A solid match all around. My only pet peeve is I feel like Naomi need to get rid of the split legged moonsault.
that's a
You're a
face.
heel now. You're a heel now. There ain't no reason for you to do that.
Yeah.
Do something more devastating. Do something else that fits more of the character of a heel. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? There's plenty other moves out there that you can do. I know you're athletic enough to do it. You got an innovative offense. I mean, you got innovative offense as well. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it. Jade did her thing. You know, both of them looked at fantastic,
Yeah.
luscious. Both of them looked at luscious, precious.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
but
Yeah.
respectfully.
but
Yes.
Yeah.
respectfully, yeah, thank you, respectfully. But yeah, man. So that's my take on the match. Fantastic match to me, in my opinion, match of the night. But go ahead, Mac. What are your thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that was one of the top two. I'm gonna give it two. It was my second favorite match of the night, in my opinion. I
Okay.
think both of them had really good entrances. I think both really did look good. I was predicting a squash kind of, but they actually made it a competitive match, which I was kind of happy about. Jade looked good. And her offense, I liked a few of the new moves that she came and added to her repertoire.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a lot of botching, which I was happy
Hmm.
about too.
Yeah.
Naomi looked great. Like you said, it's a couple of moves that she's still doing that's kind of like good girlish still that she can remove and let Jay hold the few of them. But other than that, man, solid match. It was one of the better ones. The ones kept me up. And it wasn't too many tonight, but that one did keep me up and watching. It was long. It was a rough night, man. I ain't gonna lie, but I enjoyed it. I think the right woman won. I don't know what they're gonna do going forward. With that, I did like the homage. Looked like she's kind of paying tribute to Owen Hart with all the little caution tape stuff that she got going on. I don't know if that's something she's playing against, but I kind of noticed it. But it was a cool match though. I liked it. What about you, James?
Man, I did. I also agree. I think it was the second best match of the night. I think that they started off trying to do a little bit too much, trying to choreograph everything a little bit, but I think they got it together. Um, love the movement though between the two. I love our black women working.
Yeah.
So in that regard, but yeah, they did a fantastic job tonight, considering what we was provided in the beginning of the WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, he froze up on us.
Did we lose him?
I hope we didn't lose him.
I don't know. Froze up for a
Well,
second. Go ahead, Snap.
go
All
ahead,
right.
Snap.
So
Naomi walking
Oh,
around
there you
talking
go.
about how
there we go.
she I did this for you and all kind of stuff. I'm like, man, I want to see this. So I'm like, hey, you tell me. But I think it was a good match all in all. I was a little afraid he did. I was like, man, that was a little tough. But hey, it was a good one for me.
Mm,
Yeah. So with me, I mean, solid match, solid match. It was a good match. You know, they did their thing. I did the same with Mac. I predicted that. You know, it was gonna be kind of like a one and done, real quick thing, but nah, they put on the
Hmm.
show and they showed out. They came there to show out, and I like that the commentators actually mentioned the whole thing. It's like, oh, this ain't no Rikishi thing, because that's how we all kind of said, you know, because the way
mm-hmm.
everything was
Hmm.
portraying seemed like a Rikishi type thing, but no, they were like, no, it ain't a Rikishi thing. So thought it was good, and that little new move that Jay did, man, that whole she threw him up and turned around to a power bomb, man, that was pretty cool, and
Yeah.
especially and Naomi ain't a small chick, you know, like just imagine what Jay
Exactly.
can do with like
Exactly,
Alexa
man.
Bliss or Zelina Vega or somebody small like that, man. It's
Yeah,
actually it's pretty
yeah.
good, man. But it turned out to be a pretty good match. It's not
Yeah.
my match of the night, you know, but it's up there. I would say top two. Yeah, I would put it as two as mine as well. But yeah, it was a pretty good match. Congratulations to the chicks out there, man. Y'all did good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
On top of that, man, just to do a little brief recap on that match, I am so excited on how that Bianca match is going to end tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I'm very curious about that because on SmackDown, Naomi looked like she was about to snitch on her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Nobody did bring it up. Nobody didn't pay attention to it. Bianca hurry up and cut Naomi off. Like, hold
Yeah.
on, no, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
So I'm real excited to see how how everything's going to play out next. I was about to say next week. I mean tomorrow night. I'm shooting off. I'm shooting off. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move forward, man, with the next one. Let's go ahead and move. But we got Rey Mysterio. We got Chad Gable. We got Chad Gable versus Rey Fenix, man.
Ooh. Wait. No, let me correct. Nope. Correct you real quick. El Grande Americano.
That's fucking Chad
Gable not wrestle tonight.
That's Chad Gable.
Chad Gable not wrestle tonight. Put some respect to my boy name. Chad did not wrestle.
What? you are sticking to this fucking narrative, are you?
10 toes down.
Into it.
I'm on
man. Yep. All right. Anyway, since you want to speak up for your boy, you go first. What's your thoughts on the match, motherfucker?
All right. So the match. Honestly, it was a good match, good luchador match. It was pretty cool. That WWE had just bought out, AAA. So El Grande Americano, his debut WrestleMania, and he won. What I guess they could say loaded mask, but I call it the 5-head, but it was a good match. I don't know why people keep saying this is Chad Gable. I mean, yeah, similarities. It's similar build, but he just joined, Alpha Academy or American Made. He just joined them, hold back. So I don't want to get into it, but El Grande, hey, you got my stamp of approval, buddy. Good job, man. But that's all I can say on that.
James, talk some sense into this fool.
I don't know if you want to call him Americano or Gulf of America, whatever you want to call him. That man's Gable. I don't care what y'all call him, but it's okay. I did enjoy the match. I did, I didn't have a whole lot of high expectations for this match, especially considering Rey Mysterio wasn't in it. But they pulled a solid match. It wasn't like let me go back and re-see it, but it was something that kept things going. So I think they did a good job, especially with sharing about the acquisition of AAA. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid, decent match. I still laugh about that, but whatever you want to call them, Gulf of America, whatever you want to call them, I don't know what it is.
Hey, I think they changed it. I think they say now he's from the Gulf of Mexico. I think they changed it back. Now.
Oh man,
yeah, I think they changed it back.
Once they had to change it.
Yeah, I think they changed. They made it change.
He's from Taco Bell. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Damn. God damn.
Yeah.
Let's get some mild sauce. I'll be all right.
Hey, you're right, because we got to stay away from the damn spicy. Spicy take your ass to the bathroom.
Yes, sir. You ain't going to church tomorrow. I know that.
Spicy take your ass to the bathroom. All right, man. So
ain't no Easter Sunday for you.
All right, man. So I'm going to go ahead and give my take on it. To me, in my opinion, I would say the best men's match of the night, in my opinion, between them. I didn't have high expectations for this match neither, but for what the match was, it was entertaining, it was fun, and it was, and for it to have a small build for this match, it was better than all the men's matches. I mean, it was like one of the best men's matches on the card, in my opinion. That's just my take. That's just my take on the match. I really enjoyed it. Chad did his thing. I wish it was. No, Chad did his thing in that match. Chad did his thing in that match. Rey Fenix, WrestleMania debut, did great. Glad to see Rey and Penta both on the big stage. Hopefully, man, we see more of them in more pay-per-views and everything else, man. But Besides that, man, that's all I got, man. It was a solid match. Matt, you the last man standing, sir.
Yeah, I think it was a solid match. They pulled it out since Ray got hurt yesterday. They did what they could on the fly. I would have liked to see Ray get a few more wins before he took a L, but
Yeah.
I understand the situation. I know they're trying to build Chad a little bit. Well, Americano
Thank
a
you.
little bit,
Thank you.
and
That motherfucker's Chad Gable. Chad
they're trying
Gable.
to build Americano a little bit up. But I think it
Yeah,
was a
they
solid
are.
match. I did like the one luchador move Americano did. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
little 540 flip thing.
One.
Yeah, that was
One,
No,
motherfucker.
515.
One.
yeah, that was cool. I just hope this doesn't become a trend with Penta, not Penta, but Phoenix. Taking L's again. Like I don't want
Agreed.
to see him take an L no time soon. I mean, he already took
Agreed.
an L at Mania, which
Yeah.
I'm kind of fine with because he was a substitute. But I don't want to see him treated, with L's. So, but I think it was a solid match. It was a good Raw match. Not a WrestleMania match, but it was a good Raw match.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
But will you agree that it was one of the best men's matches on the card though? Because in my opinion, it
It
was.
it it, it didn't make me sleepy, so yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I think it was a good luchador match, first luchador match on WrestleMania. I thought it was pretty good.
This nigga still.
I agree.
It's gonna be me and you. It's gonna be me and you. But anyway. I hear it, so let's talk about it.
This
Let's
to
talk
me, this
about
was the beginning of the end for WrestleMania for me, man. This when the eyes was getting heavy.
Oh, that's when the first beat came up, huh?
But number one, I didn't know the match was even on WrestleMania because I ain't make it a part of my predictions when we did our
neither.
show for it. And then number two, it should have not even been on WrestleMania again. I would have rather seen the Street Profits wrestle somebody and compared to this. Um, it was a few cool little spots in the match, but it was extremely boring to me. I'm gonna say this: I was a New Day fan for many years. I don't like nothing they do. The last 2 years, the heel run is dry. It's not entertaining. There's nothing funny about it. There's nothing fun about it. Nothing diabolical about it. It's just them trying to act tough or trying to act like pricks or trying to act like cowardly heels, and it's just bad. It's not cool. It's not fun. I don't like nothing about it. I like the War Raiders, but it's just something about them that they don't connect to the crowd. The crowd don't get behind them in none of their matches. They can do some cool stuff, and people still sit on their hands when they watch them. Um, and this was a sit on their hands, go make you a sandwich match, go use the bathroom match. This was
Yeah.
let me call my friend back and let him know my bad, I missed your call match. This was just do anything you need to do until it go off.
All
That's
right,
my
so
thoughts on it.
let me go ahead and give my thoughts before we get to the rest of the bad news. Let me get my positive news out before we get the rest of the bad news. Because I heard nothing. I don't feel nothing but anguish that's gonna come behind it. The match, I felt like the match was okay. Now I do agree that the match, to me, in my opinion,
Mhm.
I would, if they would have had a kickoff show, I would have put it on the kickoff show and had a triple threat tag match between Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY. I would have replaced it with a triple threat match for the tag titles. I
Mhm.
would have did that. That would have been way more. That would have been more entertaining
So
if
you
they
Yeah.
would
said
have did
New
that.
Day on the kickoff and put Street Profits on the actual main event, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
man,
I got
because
you.
because Street Profits deserve it, man.
Yeah, 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 they do. Yeah,
I'm not
agree.
saying that New Day don't, but New Day had plenty of WrestleMania moments, man.
yeah.
They already had WrestleMania moments.
Mhm.
You know, it sucks that it absolutely sucks that the crowd don't find the War Raiders entertaining because they are a fucking great tag team. They have always been a great tag team, but
Mhm.
it's like the crowd just is not into them, man, and it's sad and it's definite because them guys are great, and I'm
Mhm.
always been like fans of like big guy tag teams, like
Yeah.
them, like the War Raiders, like what we got from NXT Stand Deliver, Hank and Tank, boy, man, like how we had Jesse and Fescus, just tag teams like that, you know. So I just don't know. I just don't know why that I don't know why that match didn't turn out the way it is, but I know the New Day made left like bandits in the night when they won them damn tag belts.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, they did.
congratulations to them. It was a solid match. It could have been better, in my opinion, but it could have been better in my opinion. But like Matt said, it could have been. To me, I would have relegated that match to the kickoff show, and I would have did a triple threat match between Street Profits, Motor City, and DIY. That
Mhm.
would have been that would have literally. I would have let that kick off Mania. Honestly, to me,
Yeah.
that would have
Something
been
to
the
get the crowd
kickoff
excited
Mania.
with. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would have been something to kick off Mania with, in my opinion, if I was booking it.
Yeah.
If I had
yeah.
the power to do that. But that's my take. All right, James, what you got?
Man, I agree with you personally. I was disappointed because that was the bathroom match. Hell, I go even further. That should have been on Velocity.
Damn!
That needs to
Oh, not
be
Velocity.
something.
No!
Come on, man.
That motherfucker should have been beat.
Ooh!
I don't know what
Damn!
went wrong here tonight, but on that one I was disappointed. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That much should have been on speed, and it should have been 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't know what was going on there tonight, y'all. I look. I congratulate the New Day. I like the New Day. I love the
Mhm.
War Raiders too. But yeah, y'all should have left that thing on Velocity where we can watch Trish Stratus or something. Back in the day or something. Y'all, that thing was rough.
It
We need
was,
some
man.
help that night. I don't know. Yeah, that was the me go to the grocery store match right there. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Damn! Ooh! Ooh!
Ain't no better than that. That's wrong. Yeah, get a Street Profits that spot. They deserve that.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. I mean, yes, just like you said earlier, where was Zelina Vega and them at? They could have got them in there. I mean, come
Some,
on now.
Chelsea Green
It's
could have replaced that match
hon-
with
He
somebody.
could have
honest,
got. Yeah, where was the U.S. title at?
yeah,
Lyra
honestly,
Vicaria, y'all should have put something out there. That was wrong.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree because I agree on that because we definitely didn't get the Street Profits for Mania. We did not get Chelsea Green for Mania. I mean, to be fairly honest, we get Laura Valkyrie for Mania, but I would have rather see her in a singles match than a
Yeah,
tag
that's
match.
right.
So,
Right.
but it's a lot of missing pieces that still could have been for Mania, and you split WrestleMania up for 2 days for a reason, and we still ain't getting everybody that we want on the fucking card.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's an issue, and hopefully he get it fixed next year, man. That's all we can hope. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it get taken care of next year. Snap, what you
I
got,
agree.
man?
Man, I love the New Day, man. I love them, but man, this match here was mediocre at best. To be honest with you, I mean,
Mhm.
I agree with y'all. I don't understand why the crowd or WWE universe don't connect with War Raiders or they don't connect with them at all. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on because
No,
that's
they
a good
don't.
tag team, man. I don't know why they
Yeah.
don't
Yep.
connect with them, but I think honestly the best thing about that match was Kofi doing a full flat in the 40 when he got them titles and ran off.
I
That boy there,
completely agree.
That boy, that was thanks for Columbine, man. That was gold. But still,
Woo-woo.
congratulations to the New Day, man. I'm glad let's see what they do with it, man. Hopefully they do something with these
Absolutely.
titles, man. To be honest with you, that's all I gotta say, man. Dang.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how you think they're gonna how would it be for them doing something with them titles? 1 being no, nothing. 10 being they're gonna have a great run.
To be honest with you, man, I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a I'll give it a 3.5, 4, man. I'll give it a 3.5, 4. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
you gave it you
okay.
gave it a
Give it
5,
a 5?
James?
Okay, I give it.
I'll give
I,
it. I'll give it 5 too.
only because it's the New Day and what they've done. You know,
Right.
I give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'll agree with James on this one. I'll give him at least a 5.
We'll see how they do moving forward, man. We'll just see where it
Matt
goes.
said 2. Damn, Matt has no hope. And Xavier, Kobe, if y'all listening, prove us wrong, damn it.
We love you.
They're gonna
We
defend
love
that
you.
belt 1 time, and then they're gonna lose it the second time they defend it.
No,
Watch
let's
what
not
happen.
say no. Don't do that.
Oh,
They're
Watch
gonna
what
go on a
happen.
little run, man.
woo,
At least give
woo.
them
All
3.
right. Woo, woo.
We stayed on this match too long. That match was ass.
Not to say I didn't enjoy it, but it was cool. It was cool for what it was. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna kick it off with you first, Mac. Go ahead and kick it off with you on this one.
For whatever reason, I don't remember nothing LA Knight did in this match. I have no clue on what LA Knight did in this match, dog. I swear to
Did he
God,
ever
I don't
get
remember
off the top rope?
nothing of relevance that he did. No lie.
Oh,
I'm
Mac
telling
ain't
you.
showing. Mac is not showing no
No,
love
I'm so
tonight,
serious,
folks.
bro. This mania was a real snooze fest, man. Jacob did a really good job on doing
Yeah,
whatever
he
For
he
his
was
did.
doing
for
for
his
his
first
first
Mania
one.
match, Jacob felt like he wasn't
He
nervous at all.
he been there, like he been there before. Like it's
Yeah,
another day for
Yeah.
him, and I really
yeah.
enjoyed that part of his game. He no matter who he's in the ring with, he's gonna show his personality. He's gonna show his wrestling style. He's gonna make the opponent adapt to what he does, and I like that about his wrestling. LA Knight, once again, he's a better person when he's chasing titles,
Mm-hmm.
not being the champion, in my opinion. Um, it was boring. It was I don't know nothing LA Knight did. I don't know anything LA Knight did for real. I swear to you. I'm gonna give the match of stars. I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I like what I seen out of Jacob
Damn.
Fatu.
Oh, boy.
I seriously don't remember nothing LA Knight did, bro. I'm dead serious. So
Woo.
it was an okay
James.
match. I'm glad Jacob got the belt. Now, if I had hopes for him doing something with the belt, I'm gonna give him a 6. Hopefully, Triple H take the handcuffs on this dude off this dude. He was the most over member in the bloodline, even
Hmm.
over Roman at times. In my opinion, his crowd reaction was better than anybody in the bloodline. So I hope they realize that and give him something better to do than fight. Do what he doing now and get rid of Solo. Get away from Solo. Get far away from that guy. And
That's
that's
gonna
my
be
take
a
on it.
rivalry match, man. I think.
James, help him out.
Boy,
James,
I tell you, that's rough.
yeah, man. Let's get some
Man, I
type of
tell you,
love. Let's get some
I
type
love
of
you so
love.
low, boy. Um, I will say first and foremost, Jacob. I love Jacob. For the people who said, and reading in the beginning that they didn't want Jacob in WWE, man, I tell you, Jacob proved them boys wrong. That man that has, brought it from day one.
Hmm.
There was some moments that you question, okay, can he make it? But he's done it. And I felt he really did a good job tonight. LA Knight, I'm not as bad as Mac on that one tonight. I can't remember what he did. I feel he did some really good things tonight. With Jacob. What amazed me though was that in the beginning of the match, you felt like LA Knight was carrying the match, but then it turned to Jacob carrying the match, and he just took on from there. So I do hope for good things for Jacob moving forward with the title. I agree with Mac on that one. I hope that they take the handcuffs off and let him really go. But yeah, he took over that match after in the first 5 minutes. You thought that okay, LA Knight is going to take over this match, but no, Jacob took over, man. So I won't say that it put me to sleep, but it was solid.
Okay.
All right, Snap, what you got?
Yeah, I want to say congratulations to Jacob. Jacob Fatu, man. I didn't think he was
Yeah,
gonna win. Thought it was gonna be some kind of shenanigans going on, but
You and me both. We
yeah,
called that. So
yeah,
so we both called that in our on our podcast. So
yeah.
we both called it.
I'm glad
But
he won it. I didn't think, honest man. I'm glad. Honestly, now that I look back on it, man, I'm glad he did win it because, man, LA Knight wasn't doing. They weren't doing nothing with LA Knight with the title.
they
It was
would.
just
You
clear.
no.
I forgot he even had the title. To be honest with you,
Me
and
too.
Yeah.
so hopefully, with Jacob Fatu, man, the crowd's hot on him. Everybody loves him. So, man, hopefully we see something good going forward. His first freaking feud will probably be against Braun Strowman, and then it'll be Solo. Or Solo will probably be his last feud. They'll probably do Tama Tonga after that. But I still do
Mhm.
think they're gonna break up the new day or new bloodline. But it was a good match. I do remember some of the stuff. but,
y'all got better memories than me because I don't remember nothing.
hey, hey, man, congratulations, Fatu, man. You got what I mean?
Yeah,
Did he even do the LA Night thing
Yeah,
anytime during
he
the
did it
Yeah,
match?
on he
yeah, he
did it
did.
on
he
top
did.
rope. He
Yeah,
did it on the
when the
top
crowd was
rope.
going to sleep, remember how I said he needed to do it, and then he did it. Like when he was on the top
Yeah,
rope, he did
yeah,
the
he
LA
did it
Night.
on
Yep.
That's when he did the
Yep.
elbow. You
Shit, I was
you
going to
commented
sleep.
on it.
Shoot, that's why I missed it.
Yeah, he did the standing up elbow drop. You even commented. You said him and Shawn Michaels don't want to do the elbow drop like that.
I didn't
You
even know.
Uh-huh.
did.
I do remember that. Now that
Yeah,
you said it, I do remember that part, but I don't remember him doing the LA
yeah,
Night yes.
yeah,
What?
yeah. He did it right before he did the elbow drop.
Okay.
Mac rough, boy. That boy rough. But
Yeah.
Matt, this is the Matt that I wanted on the podcast. So this is what I wanted. So I can't argue with it. All right. So I enjoyed the match. I agree with James and Snap did. LA Knight was, what I'm saying, started off carrying the match. I love the fact once again that this match did not start with no bowling collar tie up. It started out like a fight, like how it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And then the match, to me, in my opinion, the match got better, but
Hmm.
it didn't seem that way because once again, Las Vegas crowd sitting on your fucking
Yep.
hands. You fucking suck. You fucking suck. Sitting on your hands on this match. You know what I'm saying? But to give that take, to honestly give that take, you know what I'm saying? Happy that Jacob won once again. Hopefully they do take the handcuffs off him. Let him run wild. Um, are we going to see LA Knight move forward to like main event pictures? Me personally, I hope so. We start seeing him in like world title feuds and stuff like that. That's my hope of what moved forward for LA Knight. And whatever Jacob Fatu does. Me personally, if I'm just going to be real honest, real quick, I still felt like this should not been LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu at Mania. I still felt like this should have been Braun Strowman versus Jacob at Mania.
Yeah,
My personal opinion. I felt like it would have definitely been it would have been a more entertaining match. It would have been a more physical match.
Mhm.
I believe the crowd might would have got into it because don't once again that crowd did not come alive into the main event.
Mhm.
And that's just honestly being true. That's just being truthful about it. But that's the match that I really was hoping for, but they did. They went with LA Knight. Nothing against LA Knight, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Jacob, man. Hopefully they take the they take the handcuffs off you, man. You run wild. And hopefully this also pushes LA Knight to like main event, a world championship picture.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my take on that. All right, let's go ahead and move on.
The Pale Blondes.
Woo! That match, that go first on this. Tiffany took an ass whoop. It almost felt like Charlotte was breaking her in, like she was getting initiated. That's how I felt in that match. That's exactly how I felt in that match. Tiff got a bruise on her forehead after the match. I think she lost a tooth.
You know, lost a tooth.
I'm like,
Yep.
nigga, Charlotte broke her in like a game member, bro. Broke her in
Yeah,
like a game member, bro. Like Charlotte, like, okay, all right, bitch, I'm finna show you. you
Yeah.
you want this title picture, you want all this spotlight, you want this shine, you finna earn it.
Yeah.
You finna earn this shit. That's exactly what this match was. This
Yeah.
match was gritty. This was a gritty ass match, in my
Yeah.
opinion. And I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved every aspect of it. It was gritty. It really felt more old school, in my opinion. Like, it was nothing pretty about this damn match. It was a straight up fight.
But that's
It
how they
was,
built it to be, though. How they
yeah,
was
That's how they.
doing
Yeah.
personal
yeah,
insults, and
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, they went out there and they had to have a rough match. They couldn't have been pretty girl versus pretty girl or high flying and all that stuff. They had to stay grounded.
I agree.
They sure did.
I agree. Now, for me, this is my second best match of the night. This is my second best match of the night, in my
Okay.
opinion, because they did the damn thing to me. Now, I will admit, a couple spots looked rough.
Mm.
I was concerned and I was worried. You know what I'm saying? So I was concerned and worried for a minute for a couple of spots. But you know what I'm saying? It was cool. Charlotte was talking her shit like she like what Charlotte does. Get
Mhm.
up, bitch. like,
Mhm.
okay. She went for the cover a couple times. Fuck. I'm like, well, damn. Okay, Charlotte. I feel you. I'm like, I felt all of that. And I'm like, man, that's dope. I hope we get to see more of that Charlotte. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that was cool. Tiffy did her thing, man. I'm happy. I also called that match and
Yeah.
said Tiff was going to win. And Tiff did. It was ass whooping though, but she won.
Mhm.
It was ass whooping though. She won. Charlotte felt the, Charlotte did feel a little rusty in the ring. She did fuck up a couple moves. She botched a couple moves. Her lateral selection from the top rope. She did botch that. You know what I'm saying? That was one. That's probably the only one that I could think of. But besides that, she did look like she still had some ring rust on her. So hopefully she work out those kinks later. Hopefully she work out those kinks as she begins her feud. Also, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, Charlotte, go get you a plate. Go
Yeah.
go
go,
back to
go
second.
get you go get you a plate,
Please.
baby. Go
Please.
get you, go get you a plate, baby.
Them sag
I
ass
just
draws, man.
no man. Hey, be,
Oh my
be
god.
nice, be nice, be nice, man.
That
I
wasn't nice
like
on our eyes. Why would it be nice? It wasn't nice on our eyes to look at.
I I love
Can't take
Charlotte,
you
man.
nowhere, man.
I
No.
know, right? We can't take back no damn where, man. But anyway, I'm being nice because I know for a fact that she had more weight on. She had good weight on her before she got injured, but she lost more when she came back. So hopefully she get that weight back Everything else feels out okay. You know, we wishing you for the best, Charlotte. We hoping for the best. Can't wait for the next feud you're going to be in. Triple H, if you're listening, once again, I get pissed off. You constantly putting Charlotte in these fucked up situations when she's supposed to come back as a face, but she can't because you always fuck up and put her in situations that you have to make the crowd boo her. I hate this shit. I want a Charlotte face run. I don't know what the fuck I got to do to get it. I don't think I'm going to ever get it, honestly. But I do want
Bring her
Charlotte.
back and not put her right into the championship picture. That's how you get a face run.
I mean, that's easier said than done. If Trips can listen, if everybody in the storylines, production or nigga storyline, all you motherfuckers that's writing stories, if y'all can listen, shit, stop it. Shit, goddamn. But anyway, James, go ahead, man.
Man, I think this was one of the better matches of the night. I really felt that, just like you said, there was some botches in there, but I felt honestly those botches was attributed to them kind of going a little bit off script, letting their personal aspects come to the match. So I liked it that I felt good that they let that happen. I think that kind of threw them off a little bit, but I think they kind of got it back until the end of the match, and I think some of that personal side came out again. But I was glad to see that. I think we need to see some more of that personal coming to the match. So I thought it was a pretty good side of the match. I do agree with Mac though in regards to that attire, though. I think we need to kind of work on that a little bit real quick.
That thing sad, boy.
Stop it, damn it. Stop it. Stop it, damn it. Stop it, goddammit. Stop it. Snap, go ahead, man.
Botches aside, it was a good match,
Now
man,
come on now. Let's not say that it was like a shit ton of botches now. It was like two. It was like two botches.
I counted 5, but
Damn.
I was there too, but again, to get him some defense that like I said, some stuff was happening in that match. So I'm
probably gonna have to rewatch it again. Dan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it again. Okay, but go ahead, Snap. My bad.
No, she good. No, you good. Man, you know what, James? I'm glad you brought that up, man. Now thinking about it, yeah, the whole personality. I actually, if they did that, if that's what happened, man, it was actually pretty cool. Then that you could tell they went off script a lot. Yeah, they went off script on it, and that's even not. It's like from the build up all the way up into the match. I mean, it was just like they were always going off script. Them two, you could tell Tiff did not like Charlotte, so. It was a hey, look, welcome to the big leagues type thing. I'm gonna show you how it's really done on the main stage that Charlotte had gave her. And I mean, it was a good match. I really thought Charlotte was gonna win, but if Charlotte would have won, man, the heat she would have got, boy.
What?
That heat would have been real.
Man,
that shit would have been nuclear.
Yeah. But
there will be no Charlotte face turn for nothing on that one.
Yeah,
you're right.
And besides the whole, I'm not even gonna talk about the saggy grandma draws, the wore out grandma draws, but their whole attire, man, they were pretty much, they look like they were matching. Like I know they're both pink. I think Charlotte had pink and blue, and freaking Tiff had like pink and silver or something like that. But it was too similar. I didn't like that. It kind of threw me off watching the match. But
I agree, and they was doing that a little bit too much throughout the rivalry.
Yeah. Throughout the whole time, they when they fought, what was talking Sam, they always had something similar on.
Yeah,
like, I'm right. You're right, James.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know, man. It's but it was a good match, man. It was good. It seemed like they went off script a lot, man. Wardrobe aside, oh man,
that was off script too.
Me too.
You need to invest in some boy shorts or some tights.
Hey, the boy shorts probably wouldn't have fit on. They probably would have kept falling down, man. That drawstring was home.
Tie that up with an extension cord.
Y'all are terrible, bro. Y'all are terrible, bro. Damn it.
Love you, Charlotte. We love you.
Yeah,
Charlotte,
Walmart Central
Charlotte,
I'm a
Store.
big Charlotte fan. I always
Charlotte,
said,
Charlotte, I'm sorry they shitting on you. I'm
Put some
very
more weight
sorry.
on, baby. Put some more weight on. Man.
that's all you need. I'm a big Charlotte fan. I done told y'all plenty of times. Charlotte my favorite. I think she's the greatest female wrestler ever.
Agreed.
Um,
200%.
I don't even think it's really close. At least not right now. I mean, Bianca's coming up. Rhea coming up, but I think
Yep.
Charlotte, like overall,
She still is. Yep.
just overall,
Mhm.
yeah, I think she's still the top. I think this to me, this was my favorite match of the night. Botches aside,
Mhm.
because I felt like Mike said, it was kind of one of those gritty wins. It was like, okay,
Mhm.
Tiff, you here, but you ain't had that real match yet. You fought Nadia a few times, and she, whatever, but you ain't had that real. We gonna get out here and brawl a little bit type match.
Yeah.
Or welcome. All right, if you're gonna
Mhm.
be on top, let me see if you can handle being on top. So I did
Exactly.
enjoy that aspect of the match. Um, it got a little ugly at times. There was one segment towards the end when they were in the corner and Charlotte was running herself into the turnbuckle weird, and she got thrown into the turnbuckle weird, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And then
Yeah.
her drawers was about to fall off half the time, and it was just like, oh my god, this is weird looking. But Tiffy did her thing. She lost a tooth in the process. She got bruised
Mhm.
up in the process.
Damn. Go. Go.
All
Go.
right,
I'm
yeah, I
fucking.
thought it was a really good match. It was fine. I thought it was a really good match. Like I said, I love Charlotte. Tiffany is becoming one of my favorites now. She showed that she can hang in there with the big girls, and I enjoyed it. That was my favorite match. It kept me up. I put my phone down, and I actually watched the whole match, so I enjoyed it.
A lot of makeup was lost in this match.
Yes, a lot, a lot of makeup was lost in this match.
Oh,
A
y'all
lot of
wild.
makeup lost, and not enough thread needed, and not enough thread in the match either. Cause Charlotte
Thread,
knows she
thread,
needed more
thread,
thread from the underwear, man. She had
thread of meat. Which one?
both.
Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host.
I'm good. That's all I had on that, Mike. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, Tiffy has a good run with whoever else she facing next. Most likely gonna fight Charlotte again, knowing WWE.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on. We all pretty much called it and said that we assumed that Punk was going to win.
Yeah.
Boy, did they swerve the fuck out of us in this one. They swerved our ass on this one, man.
Mhm.
And since and Snap, we're gonna go ahead and start with you, buddy.
Yeah. So this right here, this was my match tonight. I felt this match had good storytelling from bell to bell, man. This was a good match. My
You
opinion.
like it because of Self. You a Self Rollins
I love
fan.
Seth Rollins. That's my dog, man. That boy came out as a visionary. Then the lights went out. The boy came back. He's the Messiah. Hey, man, I enjoyed the heck
Mhm.
out of that.
The only motherfucker that had a wardrobe change in the middle of
Ain't never
Mania.
been done.
Never
Mhm.
been done. This boy ain't had a
Mhm.
whole wardrobe change. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just
man,
had to bring that
hey,
in. I
hey,
just had
man.
to say that.
Seth, my dog, man. And I thought it was a pretty good match, man. Paul Heyman. Hey, Paul Heyman played a pretty good role. I didn't think he was gonna do. I seen him. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't see him freaking turn it on. Well, I kind of seen the CM Punk turn, but I didn't see the Roman turn, and then I was like, man, what's really going on? I was like, oh, you know what? Seth did say, now you owe me a favor. So I guess that's what that favor was.
Mhm.
So I guess now Seth is a Paul Heyman guy. Let's see what this takes us. It seems like it's probably gonna take us a SummerSlam, to be honest with you, before we get a whole closure of this whole little feud they got going on.
I
But
agree.
yeah, to me, man, this right here was the match of the night for me. I mean, they had good storytelling. That little sequence where everybody did their finishers towards the end. I thought it was pretty cool how Seth kind of bounced off the rope to the curb stomp after CM Punk did the GTF or the GTS to Roman,
Mm-hmm.
and man, the whole setup it was good, man. But match of the night for me. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give my take. Um, I thought the match was cool. Was not expecting what the match overall caught me off guard. How the match was being built up. It caught me off guard on how it was built. The only issue that I have with the match, it turned into like a fight for Paul Heyman match.
Paul Heyman on the
And that
phone.
Mhm.
and that's probably the only thing that I didn't like about it. I wish it was something more at stake in this match. Now that's the one thing that made me more invested in it is when Self start cutting his promos into the match, and of course, he played his mind games, his psychology games. If Roman wins, this is going to happen. If
Mm-hmm.
Punk wins, this is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And Self did a good job of
Oh,
playing up on that part for that match. And that's what made me invested in that match. Oh, hopefully, yeah, so that made me invested in the match. The whole sequence of the matches. Now, I will admit, the sequences that we had in that whole match was good. This is probably my third favorite match of the night. This is my third favorite match of the night. But yeah, but overall, man, it was a fantastic match, fantastic swings, storytelling. They always call back no matter what happens in that Roman and Seth match. They
Yeah.
always call back to their chair shot. It's almost like their chair shot is going to haunt Roman Reigns in his fucking dreams. They always call.
Right.
They always
That
call back to the
table
chair
was a
shot.
callback too, though, to the whole Shield, because that's what they're naming, like the Shield bomb, but it didn't
Yeah,
happen. Yeah, that was a callback too.
yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
did a lot of callbacks,
Yeah,
man. So I I would have now y'all did mention or brought up that if Brock would have showed up, if Brock Lesnar would have popped up and showed up in the middle of the match, me personally, I wouldn't have been surprised if that happened
Mm-hmm.
because that shit would have been insane.
Mm-hmm.
That shit would have been insane if Brock would have came back. It would have been fantastic. It would have been insane, and I would have been just curious what would have happened with that dynamic. And it's still a possibility that he might come back. We don't know. So that's still a possibility. He might magically show up at SummerSlam. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But, overall, fantastic match. All three gentlemen did a fantastic job. Good match. Can't wait to see what direction this feud is going to go in. So I'm hoping everybody working. I'm
Yeah.
hoping Triple H and everybody else is working their magic. Go ahead, Mac, with yours.
I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed it more towards the end than I did throughout the beginnings.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the end. I love the entrances everybody had. Everybody had a pretty cool entrance.
yeah,
But I'm like you, Mike. The match pretty much turned into before it even turned into the match. I'm gonna say
it
this
did
after Royal Rumble. A lot of that stuff was building up, but it was about them not liking each other. But as the
exactly.
build for the pay per
Uh-huh.
view for the WrestleMania, it turned into like we fighting over who Paul Heyman's gonna manage, and I'm like,
Exactly,
I don't like that. I mean,
exactly,
number one, I think you wasting Paul Heyman on all three of those guys in my opinion because all three of them can talk now.
exactly.
agreed.
Punk never had a problem talking. Seth Rollins has gotten better at talking. Roman Reigns, since they let him be himself, can talk now. So
Yep.
it's
Mhm.
like Paul Heyman needs to be with somebody who can't can't talk. He needs a voice. So I don't like that. Another thing, some of the psychology in the match didn't make no sense to me. One part where Seth Rollins was saying, Roman, you wasn't nothing without me and wasn't nothing without Mox and you ain't nothing without Paul. And then 30 seconds later, you roll out the ring and want to expect him to help you do a shield powerbomb to the table. Like, the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? Like, that made no sense.
Well, Roman slapped shit out of him for it, so you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying.
did.
But I'm like, why would Seth Rollins say that or do that? That
Why
made
would you
no
do
sense to
that?
me.
Well, you
Um,
know, he got to play a psychology card, man. You know, he the architect. You know, he trying to make a plan.
I
So
guess. Um, the announce tables made a great return. How they broke both announce tables.
Oh no, they took care of them.
What? That was crazy. I don't know. It's I just didn't like how they just was like all of them was like focused on Paul Heyman.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
that
Paul
was my
Heyman did have do a good job at the end of double crossing everybody. Even with the thing with Seth Rollins, helping him out. It kind of I ain't gonna say I seen it coming after the Seth said you owe me a favor now. I knew something was gonna be some BS down the line, but I still thought Punk was gonna win. But I just thought it was still gonna be some BS down the line. But
you and me both. You and me
it
both,
is what it
bro.
is. I don't know what the future has in store for the rest of those three. I kind of don't want to see those three involved in anything else no time soon. But knowing WWE, they probably gonna be involved with each other until SummerSlam.
Yep.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
gonna be boring.
yep.
For me anyway. But it is what it is. I think it was a good closing match for WrestleMania, especially the end. Me personally, I don't like half the people who were in it, so I wasn't as invested, and I wasn't invested on the reason on why they were fighting because they were just fighting over Paul. So I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You felt the same way I felt when it was start getting
Yeah,
close to the end. They started fighting for Paul. All right, James, you up, sir, and you need to shed some light on your situation.
Literally.
Yeah, man.
yeah. You pitch
Yeah,
black.
for real. Yeah, my laptop died and everybody went to sleep in the house.
Oh,
I got
But but yeah, I do agree. I think that this was a good closing match.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the custody of Paul Heyman match, yeah, I agree that that's where I had some issue there. Me and Mac talked about this about a week and a half ago, and I had called that I felt Seth Rollins would win because
Yeah, he did.
Paul couldn't go against Roman Reigns and join CM Punk and vice versa. So I felt that in this case, he had to just go against both of them um, at this point. But yeah, I do agree. I thought it was a good match to close out the show. They choreographed it very well at the end, but I do feel towards the end, especially when Seth Rollins was standing up, I felt like it was too much time where they were trying to wait for the climax to happen.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I do feel that they're gonna drag this into SummerSlam where we're gonna get constant talking through Raw and SmackDown until SummerSlam, maybe another match or two. But yeah, I did feel that Paul Heyman was gonna go ahead and turn on both of them at the end since he just couldn't choose between one or the other.
That was probably one of the biggest shockers for me. I'll even admit that because we all knew that Seth was turning heel.
yeah.
We
Hmm.
just didn't know he was turning heel with Paul.
Right.
That's a
Yeah,
whole different fucking dynamic.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that is going now. Not to say that I'm not excited for this dynamic. I am
Hmm.
because it's going to be interesting to see how Self and Paul are going to work together. How this story is going to cultivate. But at the same time, I feel like that I agree with all of y'all with saying that I do not want to see this go to SummerSlam. I just want to see this at 2 or 3 pay-per-views at best, and then everybody just go their separate ways, and whoever Paul is going to be with, Paul is going to be with, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
but that's just my take
Mm-hmm.
on what I think it is. But we already know that Roman's probably going to go away right after this, and we
Mm.
ain't going to see him again to the SummerSlam build. So most likely it's going to be Seth and Punk going back and forth until Roman come back, or if Roman comes back and get into this feud altogether. So we'll have to see, man. We'll definitely have to see.
You know what I would like though?
What's up?
If and I don't really care for her either, but I would like to see Becky Lynch come back and kind of be with Seth this time, and let Paul talk for her.
That would be
Big dog.
interesting.
It would.
That would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. All right, man. We're about to get ready to wrap up, man. Anybody got anything? We
Yeah.
got anything we want to talk about before we wrap up?
I do. Before we wrap up, is everybody out of 10? What's y'all overall grade of night one?
4.
Said,
We got Max
that boy said a 4.
with the
Damn. That boy called, and that was the quickest 4 I ever heard, boy.
What was your match of the night, Mac? What was your match of the night?
All right, if I'm gonna do star ratings, the very first match, I'm gonna give it a not rated because I didn't see the whole match. The second,
That's
You hear me
fair.
so a lot.
That's
yeah,
fair.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
fair.
Jade and Naomi, I give them a out of, if we doing out of 5.
Yeah, we doing out of 5. We ain't going no 10 rating star shit. No,
Okay,
we going 5.
I give them a 3.5. Americano them I give a 3. Who else we had? The tag team match, that's a 2. Um, Jacob and LA Knight 2.
Whew.
Charlotte and them I give a 4. And the main event I give it a 4.
He's
So
Okay.
that's it's a
Okay.
That's
4.
about
So it should be about a
3.75
3
average.
overall for the
Yeah,
show.
you right.
But
You right. Yeah.
but I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10.
Doof.
Okay. All right, James.
Shoot, if we going by match, I guess for Jay Uso and Walter, I give that maybe a 1.5, maybe a 2 just for Jay. Um,
Whew.
for the tag team match, I'm not even gonna rate that. They shouldn't even been on the show.
Mm,
Um,
Damn.
I'm just gonna
This
say
shouldn't
that
have
now.
been. That should have been
Uh,
on the kick off the show. The
yeah,
kick
that
off the
shoot.
show, that match. That's
I'm
to kick
still
it
going
off
with
the whole
Velocity.
show.
Still going with that one. For
Whew.
Naomi and Jade, I actually give them a 3.5. I think they did a good job. Um, for the Jacob Fatu and LA Knight match, I also give that a 3.5. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte, I give them a 4, as well as the closing match. I think both of those matches did pretty good. And the Americano and or Gulf of America and Ray Phoenix, I give them about a 3.
Okay. So for the first match for Walter and Jay, uh I'll be nice. I'll give it. No, I'm not going to be nice.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. Mainly, I'll give it a 2.
Being nice on this shit, man.
I got, and the main reason why I'm giving it a 2
Mm-hmm.
is mainly because of the finish.
Mm.
I'm pissed off at the finish. The overall finish sucked, and you should have protected Walter better. You should have had Walter pass out to win. That's really my only reason why.
James
That's really
Larden.
my reason why. So yes, the tag match. Once again, I agree with y'all with the tag match. The tag match could have been replaced with the other tag team champion match, the Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. They should have had a triple threat match in Mania. I felt like that match would have been better than the tag match that we have. So I felt like that match should have been on the kickoff show. Sorry, Xavier, Kofi. You know, it is what it is. I just hope the War Raiders get better opponents, and when they're chasing the titles,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, they get better opponents and chasing the titles, and hopefully they don't have to stick to the Vince McMahon gimmick. Since the crowd ain't behind you, we're gonna turn you heel shit. Because that's usually the stick that they always go. Well, crowd ain't like you, so we got to turn you heel. That bullshit that they follow, that boring ass stick that they always do, when all you have to do is just try to recreate them or reinvent them a certain way and get the crowd behind them. So that's that. Um, I'm gonna definitely give the Jacob and LA Knight. I'll get it like a 3.5. I enjoyed that match. That match was pretty cool. Mainly because they both did their parts. They both did their parts to carry in that match.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I'll give that like a 3.5. The Chad Gable and Ray Phoenix match, I'll also give that one a 3.5. That was a that was a fun match for what it was, and for the short build that they did for it. You said what? You had something to say
Yeah, I
about
don't know.
Chad Gable? You had something to say about Chad Gable?
I don't understand why you can't. I don't understand why, but
Chad Gable, goddammit. That's Chad. But anyway, it was a great match, an entertaining match, man. Looking forward to seeing how much more they're going to do. So it was great. Enjoyed that match. That was a 3.5. The Naomi, I'll give both women's matches. To me, they're both fours, in my opinion. Because the women just shined in this overall night one as a whole. The women just outshined the men in night one as a whole. I'll give both of them a 4 stars out of 5. That was just a fantastic match. Now, I would say that the Charlotte match was better than the Naomi and Jade match, mainly because of the gritty that was in there. That was just old school. That was old school fight. That was old school wrestling matches. Like, it was almost Charlotte reached in a 4 horseman bag in that match.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like a 4 horseman Arn Anderson Ric Flair bag. She almost went in that bag. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we was missing was a spine buster from Charlotte. That would have been it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those matches was great. So I would definitely say the triple threat match was definitely the best men's match on the show, next to the Chad Gable and Dragon Phoenix match. The triple threat match was good, so I'll still give that match like 3.5 stars. And the main reason why it gets 3.5 is because it turns into a fight over Paul Heyman match. Hey, pick me! I want Paul Heyman! I want Paul Heyman! I want Paul Heyman! No, motherfuckers, how about this match? How about this match, nigga? This win. So that's my take on it, man. That's pretty much the overall show. I guess I could give the overall show. Now we going out of 10 for the show, right?
yeah, overall for the show, yeah.
Overall for the show, I'll say a 3.5. I'll say a 3.5 for the show.
Man, you see, we lower than mine.
Lord of
I'll say 3.5 for the show. Mainly, man, the women carried the show to me, man. They girls carried the show to me, man. And they ain't going to get enough, and they ain't going to get the credit they deserve. That's the messed up part about it. They ain't going to get the credit they deserve, man. The women definitely carried the show, in my opinion. They carried it, bro.
Yeah. So for me, I give the Walt J match. I give it a 2 because just because it's the second time at WrestleMania Jaden disappointed me. He disappointed me with him and his brother. Thought that was gonna be off the chain. That was just fell flat too. So I'm gonna give them a 2. That match there just fell flat. Jade and Naomi, I thought it was gonna be a squash match, but now I'm glad it wasn't. I give that like a 3.5. I give Tiffany and Charlotte, I give them a 3.5 as well too. I think they did pretty good. My boy El Grande Americano
Chad Gable. Chad Gable.
They did good, man. Considering it was a kind of like a I guess a fill-in type match. I'll give them a 3. I mean, they stepped up. Ray Phoenix stepped up, and I mean, for him not knowing that he was going to be there, maybe this was well, it wasn't planned, but for the time he had to get ready for the match, I thought it was pretty good. They did a
Yeah,
pretty good job. Good luchador
yeah.
match. You know, debut, but actually they both debuted in WrestleMania. It's actually pretty cool, man. This is their first WrestleMania, so yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bump it up. I'm giving them a 3.5, man, for both of them. Uh, who else? Who am I missing? I know I got the main event. The
We
tag
got
match, man. I love New Day, but this New Day, I don't know, man. I get him a, I get him about a 2, man. This match, it really wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I give him 2.5 for Kofi running, man. I ain't know he can run that fast, being his age, but yeah, I'll give him a 0.5 point for that. But and to me, the the match, man, the triple threat match, I'll give him a 4, a solid 4, because to me, I thought it was a pretty good match, storytelling and all involved. So thought it was a pretty good match. Overall grade of the whole thing, a 4. Yeah, I thought it was bad, Mac, but now looking at it, grading the matches individually, yeah, I'll give it a 4. So yeah, it was below average, man. It was
damn.
Yeah.
Did I give it low? What was my score again? Did I
3.
give it
three
three,
and a half or something like that. You gave it
three and a
lower.
half? Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, that sounds about right,
Yeah,
man. That I mean, I'm sticking to it. I'm
James, what was
sticking
your
to it.
overall score for the show?
Mine was about a 4. I kind of agree with Mike in terms of the women. They did carry the show tonight.
what up?
And then the triple threat match.
Yeah. Yep. Below average.
Yep, do better.
Yeah.
Well, we got night 2 to look forward to, man. So hopefully we get something different, man. Hopefully we get something. Hopefully we get something different. Don't shake your head, man. Damn it! Don't shake your head.
They better
Have
be better.
faith.
They're playing on Easter. Shoot, they better be better.
They
Have
sure enough.
faith. Have faith, man.
We might take a
Have
nap
some.
before we watch that again, boy.
But hey, everybody, that's pretty much the show. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed it. We'll be back at the same. Well, I can't say the same time because I don't know what time the pay-per-view card subject to change, time subject to change. We don't know when it's going to end. So we'll go live again and and we're going to talk about our reactions tonight too. But overall, ladies, you kicked ass. We enjoyed your matches.
Yep.
Rhea,
Yeah.
Io, Bianca, Lyra, Liv, Raquel, and Becky, because we know it's Becky Lynch returning. That's going to be Lyra partner. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be Becky Lynch. I'm calling it right now. They're going to come back and win tag titles. That's my prediction. I don't know who the hell is going to face Randy Orton. I'm hoping it's somebody from NXT, me personally. It will be very interesting. So hopefully it's not a full squash match. I know it's going to be, it might turn into a semi-squash match. So don't know about that. So be ready to listen to us again. James, we appreciate James for hopping in as a special guest, man, to talk to us on the cast, man.
Yeah,
We
appreciate
really appreciate it.
Yep.
Everybody,
Pleasure
we'll
for
catch
having
y'all. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Everybody, have a great night. Take care of your minds. Take care of your hearts. And we will see you tomorrow night. Hold on. Let me end this broadcast. Hold on. God
Oh, you
damn
end
it.
it prematurely, like when
I,
Mac.
I, I did.